Greetings and welcome to Monday Mantra. If you have not seen the show before, it is a recorded live stream where I go over business strategies and techniques to help the entrepreneur with a heavy dose of real estate. In this week's show, I am going to show you how to obtain goals using the very same roadmap that I have been using for years. And that's coming up right after this. Greetings, and thrice greetings. It is Monday morning, so yes, it is indeed another episode of Monday Mantra. Good morning as people are tuning in. So this week's episode, I wanted to kind of carry on a little bit of a theme, which is I want to talk to you guys about, I'm going to give you a roadmap of my schedule of how I can kind of achieve goals, yet also grind and hustle and do all of the stuff that I need to do. But how to obtain life goals, the roadmap, is exactly what I'm going to go through play by play here, because I want to kind of carry on with this. Good morning. Oh, people are flying by. Good morning. I can't. My glasses are not strong enough to see the names. But I want to carry on with this theme, which is I don't live to work. I work to live. And for me, it's not all about the hustle and the grind. It's about life, right? So I'm not saying we shouldn't hustle and we shouldn't grind, but just got back from London. Oh, hey, Kathy, what's up? It shouldn't just be all about grind and hustle. Now, don't mistake what I'm saying. I'm not saying we all need to kind of bust out the PlayStations and kick back and just wait for what the good Lord wants to drop in our lap. No, that's not that's not what this mantra is about. This mantra is showing you a roadmap of everything that I do and how I kind of chop up my day to enable me to really kind of get twice as much juice out of a day as a regular person, right? And it isn't because I'm twice as special or I've got tricks and do anything, ridiculously unusual. It's because that I am... good morning. What's up, Speedy? I've known that guy for a long time. So it's because I have goals, personal goals in my life that I want to achieve. So I want to kind of share everything that I'm going through with you guys, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be on my deathbed. Somebody hands me a check and says, here you go. Here's another $1 million for you to enjoy. By the way, your kids hate you and your wife left you. That's just not what I'm interested in. I am interested in working to live, not living to work, right? My goals are just as important as anything else. And in my case, my goals are actually fueled by my work, right? One makes the other one taste even better. It's like a meal that is shared always tastes better than one that is eaten alone. Anyway, that's what I think. So, also the other thing is this, and this is not a do not work rant. It is not. But good morning, Mariah Carey impersonator from Palm Springs. Hello. This is not a rant about not working, but also we need to bear in mind, we really don't know what the health risks are of just grind with not enough sleep. And sometimes people, I do want to unwind and watch House of Cards and watch Billions and watch other shows that I like, and I don't want to feel guilty about it, thinking that I haven't done enough work. Yes, every hour we take can be grind and hustle, but in this guy's case, I don't want it to be. I want to make all the hours that I do grind and hustle really, really, really effective and efficient. Efficient is the word I'm looking for. I want to make it as efficient as I possibly can. So now I'm going to kind of go through my play-by-play of how Pete Lorimer does a day and squeezes as much juice as he possibly can out of it. I'm not going to take you all the way through the day. I'm just going to take you through part of the day, because this is what I have been doing now for a few years, and I find that it just makes a massive, massive, massive difference. Okay, step number one is this. Marissa, hit me up later and I'll let you drop into the feed. Step number one is this. You gotta get up early. I get up, my alarm clock goes off at 4:30. 4:30. I friggin' hate it. I hate it when the alarm goes off. I am in La La Cuckoo Land enjoying my dream of me playing with, Rod Stewart, or maybe a more current band. Maybe Nirvana. That's still not that current, Pete. Okay, you get the point. But when my alarm goes off, I look at my clock, at my phone at the side of the bed, and I hate it. I hate it, but I push myself to get out of bed. I push myself to get out of bed by hopefully 4:45, because then if I'm out of bed at 4:45, here is what's happening next. At 5 a.m., I am planning my day. Between 5 and 6, I'm planning it all, right? I'm literally writing down. I like to use an iPad with a pen because I like the action of writing, but when I used to do notebooks, I used to lose everything. What's up, Pay? What's up, Pete? So now I literally, with my iPad Pro and my Apple Pencil, I like to write down all of the tasks that I want to do for my day, not necessarily prospecting. This is something else. I want to find, if I've got all of these little things, like for example, what am I doing in my social media? And also a list of people that I need to follow up with during office hours. This is not prospecting, but if I need to get back to people, if I need to follow up, if I need to congratulate someone, if I need to put out a fire, I'm writing down each one of these names and these tasks between 5 and 6 in the morning. Now, I'm going to give you, I've talked about this last week about banking time. I'm going to come back into banking time a little bit later in the mantra. My wife and I, we both like to work out. And it would be great to go together, but we got 3 kids, so we take it in turns to work out. So when I am planning my day, Cindy is hitting the gym. Well, sometimes that's the case anyway. She hits the gym every single day, but the time may vary. The next thing I want to talk about is this, and this is to you guys out there in real estate that are at a point where you need to hire an assistant, right? Or you think you need to hire an assistant. I'm mainly talking to people who have kids, right? Because I want to tell you the tip that Cindy and I did when we started having children. I've talked about this, but it's really important to making every single hour efficient. You can still be single and apply these tips, right? So let's speak about a single person. You can have someone come into your place, do your laundry, do the cleaning, do the shopping, cook a meal, even if it's only twice a week or 3 times a week. We have someone full-time. Why do we have someone full-time? That's 5 days a week. It is because I know for me to replace the amount of work that Cindy and I can do in an hour is practically impossible. But I'm not putting down these tasks, but doing laundry, doing shopping, going for the groceries, really time-consuming tasks. I know that if I assign those to someone else, I can then be super efficient with the hours that I'm working, and whatever I'm paying this lovely lady, which is really, I pay her very well, I am still absolutely convinced that I'm making more per hour than that. So that's leverage. That is the art of leverage. So if you guys are getting all your own groceries, you don't even need to anymore because you can have them delivered. And if you guys are doing your laundry, you don't need to. You can have someone pick it up and bring it back. Car washing, hair cutting, everything can now be done from your home. So every single hour of your day is grind and hustle. So what you're going to bank those hours, going to the grocery store, getting your hair cut, getting your car washed. There's 3 to 4 hours right there. And if you're doing that, every week, you're not getting a haircut every week, but you're certainly getting groceries and getting your car washed most likely every week if you're a realtor. You're certainly doing laundry every week. You start banking these hours up. Let's just call it 5 hours a week that you're wasting. 5 hours a week, that's 20 hours a month. So that works out to be nearly 3 full days a year, which works out to be 6 weeks. Imagine if you just sat in front of your computer and worked for 6 weeks non-stop, the amount of business that you would get. Well, we're all squandering that time. Well, I'm not anymore, but I used to. But I wanted to pass that on to you. Also, here is my 7 a.m. Remember, office hours are not open yet. Office hours are not open. 7 a.m. to 8:30. So I'm back from the gym. I go to the gym about 6 o'clock. So I'm back from the gym at 7:30, right? So I've got my day planned. I've got my workout in. And now between 7 and 8:30, I am prospecting. Yes, every single day. You've heard me say this over and over and over and over again. I hate prospecting. We all hate prospecting. None of us love prospecting, but we know we need to do it. That's my A's, my B's, my C's, my D's in my database. Whether you are a real estate agent, a butcher, a baker, or a candlestick maker, it doesn't matter. Because if you work for yourself, you've got to go find the business for yourself. So I prospect. It isn't calling in my case. I like to text. I like to send bombs. I like to send emails. And I like to do really everything and anything but call people. Because I know how much I hate getting calls for prospecting. But I don't mind getting a text. I don't mind getting an email. And occasionally, I don't mind getting a bomb. So I from 7 a.m. to 8:30, I am prospecting every single day. Every single day, have done for 15 hours. Now I'm at 8:30 to 10 o'clock, I am opening PLG emails. And I am opening all of the queries and questions that my agents have so I can prepare to answer them that day. And that takes me about 90 minutes to stack all of those up and, again, work out who I'm going to send a congratulatory email to. Kathy just asked, what's BombBomb? BombBomb is video email. Go to BombBomb, which is BOMB.com, and it's a way for you to send video emails. They are brilliant. I'm going to cover that in a different mantra. So 8:30 to 10 o'clock, I'm now going through all of the emails for my company and my agents and maybe putting out some fires and preparing stuff for the other part of the day. So look at that. At 10 o'clock, which is doors open, 10 o'clock, business opens in Los Angeles. I know in other cities it's 9, but LA tends to be 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock in the morning, I have already worked out and done 3 hours in my day. So I am technically out of a full day, I'm getting a day and a half. So let's multiply that by 5. So I'm getting 2.5 extra days per week. That is 10 a month multiplied by 12. I'm increasing my year to 500 days a year. And you do that year after year after year after year after year, you can't help but get ahead. I still work from 10 to 6. I kind of work from 10 to 8, right? So I'm starting work at 5 a.m., and I'm finishing about 8 p.m. But you know what? I'm working on my terms. I don't feel rushed. I don't feel stressed. Everything is orderly. Everything is calendared. And then let's get to the sexy part of this. Banked time. If I really wanted to, if I have children that get out of school at 2:30 in the afternoon, which I do, but I have someone covering for me. But if I'm a parent or two parents that need people at home, then if I'm getting up at 5 a.m. and working my day, that means those banked hours, those 3.5 hours, get me from 2:30 to 6 o'clock. So you're still working a full day, even if you're home in the afternoon for your kids. Maybe you want to take that bank time and take a week off and go hiking or go traveling or go to Spain or whatever it is you want to do. The whole point about this is I don't live to work, I work to live. So if I want to go on a whitewater rafting trip in Utah down the Colorado River, I'm not going to feel guilty about taking a week off because I'm going to bank those hours and I'm going to keep a log of them, and I'll be like, wow, I'm 2 months ahead of the game already this year. I can afford to take a little time off because I don't want to drop dead having more escrows than I know what to do with, having money in the bank. I don't want to drop dead because I'm just working so freaking hard and my life just blows by me. And then, for example, you can take your family to the beach for the day. Maybe one of your kids gets sick. Maybe you pull them out of school. Maybe you just go to the beach for the day. Take photographs, take a video, because life is too friggin' short. I want to kind of shed a little light because I've worked in luxury real estate in Los Angeles for a long, long time. And this is not everyone, but I have worked with some incredibly successful people, incredibly wealthy people. And I would say maybe more of them that I have met, because maybe they've had to struggle so hard. I have seen people with obscene amounts of money, with children that hate them. They're on their second or third marriage. Their health is failing because they're so stressed out. This isn't all of them, but a lot of folks who have become very, very wealthy have become very, very wealthy at the cost of something else. You're looking at a guy here. I do well. I'm not going to lie to you. I do well. I do very well. But I don't do it at the cost of my family or my health. And the currency that I only care about, before I get into that, people say to me, Pete, how do you do it? How do you squeeze it all out of a day? I run a company, right? I run a company with a lot of agents, and I love it. That is something I'm very passionate about. I do have a show on Netflix, and there's going to be more stuff coming. I have 3 kids, and I travel, right? And I do all of this because the only currency that I care about is life experience, my family, my goals, can be personal and professional, and my company. Notice I don't leave the company out. I'm not saying we don't work. I'm just saying to you guys that for this person, what makes me a whole individual isn't just work. Work doesn't define who I am. I love it. I'm passionate about it. I do very well at it. And I work with amazing people who I genuinely love like family. And that makes for me going to work a pleasure every single day. But my personal goals are what really drives me. My personal goals of what I'm going to do for and with my family, with my wife, are really, that's what really makes me sizzle. And then when I get to work with people that I love and enjoy, it just makes everything so freaking perfect. This, ladies and gentlemen, that little chunk in the morning is how I obtain my life goals. The roadmap I gave you. Now you can flip it and change it to whatever format you want. I will tell you this, some of the most successful people in the world are up really, really, really early. And I believe it's because we get an extra day or 2. Maybe we're making every day count as 2. So we get 700 days a year. That's why we get ahead. It isn't because we're fabulous or special or different. And yeah, we do work really, really hard and we do grind. But there is balance. There is balance to be had. And I'm here to say to you guys watching this, you don't need to feel guilty about doing stuff for yourself. You don't need to feel guilty about going skiing. You don't need to feel guilty about taking a vacation. You don't need to feel guilty about going to your kids' school play. Work will always be there. And if you start earlier, you're not missing 1 second of work. I didn't even mention that you never get disturbed when you're working at 5 a.m. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is the roadmap of how I obtain my goals. And that is indeed another Monday Mantra that is over. I thank you all for being here, as always. It is my absolute pleasure. I've been getting some tremendous feedback about this with my rants about balance. I will be back again next week with another Monday Mantra. Thank you all for being here. You can find me wherever you need to find me, and it will be my pleasure to help any one of you. Until next time, I bid you all adieu from Monday Mantra. Have a fabulous week, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.